Hi, I am really sorry for the delay today because my computer had been giving me some issues and I could not log in from the computer. I am logging from the phone and holding the phone in my hand. I really hope my hand doesn't get tired and I'm able to do this for you. Now, today I am here to answer a question that was put up yesterday by one of the viewers, and her query was that how should she get rid of depression? And she's got into depression because her husband has turned outside marriage. Now, to answer this question, let me tell you that first things first, there are certain steps to be followed. I am telling you all the steps. Now, each of these steps are interlinked with each other. Yeah, somebody's saying everything is perfect. Yeah, everything is perfect in this moment. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So, her husband has turned outside marriage and she's undergoing depression. Now, when I'm giving you those steps, I want you to know that all these steps are interconnected, right? The steps that you are going to be following, you got to follow all of them because they are not standalone, right? Step number one, when you say that you are depressed, you are labeling yourself. Now, the moment you start to label yourself that you are depressed, that is how your body will behave with you. So, when you say you are depressed, your body is going to pull you back all the time. So, you want to go and get up for a walk, your body will not allow. You want to go and cook, your body will pull you back. You want to, read your favorite book, your body will not allow you to do that. Why? Because that's the signal that's the message you have given to your body that you are depressed. All right. So, first things first, you will need to do is get rid of this label that you are depressed. Because what also is happening is when the when you say it one time, you say it the second time, you say it the third time, you keep on repeating it without realizing that continuous repetition, your unconscious mind is learning what is depression and it is behaving exactly how you're telling it to do. That label needs to be dropped first. Okay, so you got to tell yourself you're alert, you are happy, alert, awake. You may not be able to see you are happy, but just tell yourself you are alert, awake, and fresh. Right. Point number two, you are living in your past. In your statement you had also written that you have given a lot of chances to your husband, right? Which means that it's way beyond past that you're talking about. Now, that being the case, when you are living too much in your past, what is happening? Uh, you are, in a way, trying to victimize yourself. Living in the past is a form of victimization. What are you telling yourself? Poor me, poor miss me, main bichari. Why are you victimizing yourself? Because deep down, you feel, in your subconscious mind, you feel that you're not loved enough, you're not cared for, you don't get the attention, you are not wanted. From that place, that feeling of victimization steps in. So you want to be cared for, you want to be loved. Therefore, when you become that victim, your subconscious mind starts to look for that love on the outside, it starts to look for the acceptance on the outside, right? So point number two is drop your past. Now you might say, Parul, it's still happening. Your husband is still out with some woman, right? But see, right now, what is the time? Say 3:42. If I say I started at 3:40, now 3:40 is also past, which means every second gone by is also past. And you're talking about, so many chances you've given to your husband. So you are way beyond in the past. You're actually living your life from the space of past. Let go of that past and empower yourself. How do you empower yourself? How do you get out of that victimization mode to empower yourself? You will be telling one statement to yourself that I am the co-creator of my life, because the divine is the ultimate creator. You are the co-creator. Divine gives you the dots, you are the one who's to join the dots, right? So I am the co-creator of my life. I will create the life that I wish to live without having to depend on anybody else to create that life. Okay, first you create it, then it will happen also at the same time. So instead of being victimized, instead of living in the past, you're going to tell yourself, I am going to co-create my life. That is step number 2. That is going to make you feel empowered and not victimized. Okay. So remember, number 1, drop the label. Number 2, drop the past. All right. Number 3, how do you feel? How do you feel, for whatever has happened? Where are your feelings? How are you feeling about it? Now, for the sake of this discussion, I'm labeling, but you will not label. Okay. You might be feeling anger. You might be feeling frustration. You might be feeling I'm not loved enough. You might be feeling that jealousy. You might feel that you want to just give one good one to your husband. These are the feelings that you might be feeling, right? But do not label them as sadness, jealousy, anger. I am saying this just for you to understand. But what you're going to be doing is, all these feelings are there in your body. Because if I ask you, how do you know you're angry? How do you know you're jealous? How do you know you're frustrated? How do you know that you're feeling low? All these feelings are appearing in your body. Right now, what you got to do is, which I told in my previous videos also, that you got to detach yourself from these feelings. Why have you not been able to get rid of these feelings until now? Because you're attached to them. Why are you attached to them? You're attached to them because these feelings are serving a certain purpose. So what purpose are these feelings serving? These feelings are serving the purpose of poor miss me, main bechari, being a victim, so that I can get love. That's the purpose these feelings are serving, and you are attached. Now you got to detach yourself from these feelings. And the only way to detach is what? I'll just come to that. Imagine you're wearing a nice piece of jewelry. Now, if you're wearing a nice piece of jewelry, then you can't look at that jewelry, right? Because you're wearing it. You can't see it unless you go to the mirror. But if you got to see it and there is no mirror, what will you do? You will just remove that necklace and take it in your hand, and you will look at that necklace, right? So imagine, this is a bit of a mental effort, but you still got to do it. Now imagine that all those feelings, whatever those are, you have removed them, and you've placed them in front of you, and you're watching them. In one of my videos, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, I mentioned, when I told you how to solve a problem, I mentioned that to detach yourself, imagine that you're standing in the 5th floor of the building and watching your emotions. Now your body must be feeling it, right? You could be having pain in the body, choking, jaws must be tightened. These are all representation of feelings in the body pain, allergy, cold, fever for no reason. Now you're going to watch this, your body is feeling it, but you are rising above, going to the 5th floor of the building in your imagination, and watching these feelings, witnessing what is happening. The moment you start to witness, these feelings will begin to dissolve, which essentially means that you are energetically detaching yourself from these feelings. When you detach yourself from these feelings, you will realize you will drop the label very automatically, very easily. And when you detach, you will also realize that you will have delinked your past. You will not bring your past to the present moment. And thirdly, these feelings are going to dissolve. These are 3 steps. Step number 4 is very peculiar, very specific to your what you had mentioned in the question, and that is, I have given him many chances, but the situation is the same. Now you might have given him many chances, right? But whatever the situation is, it is not changing, because the situation is an outcome of something which is happening deep inside, in him, in you, and in the relationship. You're not even aware of it. So if he has turned outside marriage, there are a lot of deep factors into it. Turning outside marriage is the result of something else going on. One of the things that you can do right now is, uh, okay, before I come to that, I'd like to tell you that uh, when you say you've given him a lot of chances, there is a possibility you might have spoken with him about this case, and he would have said, okay, I will not do it. You might have tried checking his phone. You might have tried going to his Facebook account to see how many people are responding. If that woman is also responding, how is she responding? You might have, you know, tried other ways to see if he is still connected. The fact that he's coming home late, you might be thinking he's again meeting her. The fact that he's always on the WhatsApp, you must have noticed that. The fact that he doesn't spend time with you, you must have noticed that also. So all these things you have been doing while you say you're giving him a chance, but while you're giving him the chance, but you're also observing, testing, following as to whether he is changing or not. Right now, if you're doing all of this, then one of the biggest mistakes you are making is this, because this essentially means control. If this is what you're doing, you might say, I'm not saying anything to him, this is the back end work I'm doing, but he is experiencing this control through your energies, through your vibrations. And for him, the control appears like as if, you have held him by his neck. So if this is what he is feeling, that you are being, he's being held by his neck, because in the gap of chances you're actually trying to control him, all the more reason he will still continue to repeat that, because he doesn't wish to be controlled. He wants freedom. And the only way he can see that freedom is to move out from you and connect with somebody else, right? So when you're giving him chance, the golden principle is just let go. Do not follow his messages. Do not follow whether he's connecting with you or not, whether he is talking to somebody for a long time, whether he is coming home late. Do not bother about any of these things. Chance given means just give complete chance, surrender, let go. Very important part of let go is you do not need to trust him. No need, right? All you need to do is to trust your own self. You got to trust yourself. You got to believe that you are worthy of receiving love. You are worthy of receiving best partnership. You are worthy of receiving whatever you wish to receive for your life, right? That is something you will do. Last step, when you're doing all these together, last step is going to get easy. Though last step is quite difficult, but it is going to get easy if you are following all the steps the way I have told you. Last step is that to forgive. I know it is very, very difficult, but it is not impossible. So you got to forgive for whatever has been happening. Forgiveness, you might think that the other person does not deserve. Fair enough. The other person may not deserve it, and that's okay. But you're not forgiving the other person for his sake. You are forgiving the other person for your own sake, right? Uh, when you don't forgive, you're holding the resentment in you. Holding the resentment means it is as good as you are holding the burning charcoal in your hand. So when you hold the burning charcoal in your hand, what happens? Whose hand is burning? Your hand is burning. Drop off that charcoal, dust off that, dust, and wash your hands, and you will be fine. I will be, in a while, I will be putting a link to the video on forgiveness. Follow that pattern and forgive him. Alongside, I will also be mentioning my link to the appointment calendar. Should you wish to talk, the person who has put in the question, or anybody else, should you wish to talk and see how you can move forward, then book your call and I am going to be connecting with you. Right? So you understood these 5 steps. Please follow them and please ask your questions so that I'll be able to prepare my next video on that. One person is asking that when we are emotionally disturbed, how to detach from the situation, which is actually emotionally disturbing us. Could you please guide? Okay. See, when you are emotionally disturbed, basically it means you are attached to the situation. Your question is how to detach. How to detach means, Komal, that, uh, if you see the last video on how to solve problems, what is happening is you are like a paper boat which has been placed on the river, and you're going along with the river, right? So river is up and down, left and right, little stormy, and all that is happening to you as well. Okay, detachment will mean that sit in silence with yourself, and lot of emotions will come up. Lot of emotions with respect to that situation will come up. Okay, while your body is feeling those emotions, Imagine that, you are watching this lady called whatever your name is. You're watching this lady, and this lady is undergoing some emotions. Watch her like as if you're watching a movie, right? So you're going to be watching these emotions. Watch, look at them, look at what is happening in your body. If you can't, detach, what you will need to do is just look at what is happening in your body. Suppose, you've got a cut in your finger and it's a deep cut. What do? You look at the cut, right? Your cut is painful, it is bleeding, okay? It is burning, and you're looking at it. So your finger is feeling that burn, but you're looking at the cut. Similarly, you're feeling those emotions, your body is feeling it. Look at what is happening inside the body. When you get stomach ache, what do? How do you know? Your stomach is feeling it. All I want you to do additionally is see what is happening. Oh, okay, my stomach is aching, right? That is how you will do it, okay? Uh, no one has ever explained this topic with clarity and concisely the way you did. So beautifully explained. Thank you. Your name is not appearing here. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, ladies, all men, women, anybody who's troubling, getting troubled in their life generally, or having relationship issues, please come to live, ask your questions. I really want to shake you up to say, get out of it, create your life, because you are the only one who can create, co-create. Nobody else can do it for you. I'm here to support you. I still want you to do it. It's a deep request. Please, that's the intention with which I'm making these videos. Have a heart, have a mercy on yourself, and just do it, okay? Important is to keep quiet, because when we are upset we tend to talk more. See, Komal, it is important to keep quiet, but what is more important is, what are you doing when you are quiet? That is important. If in your quietness you're abusing that person, if in your quietness you are demeaning yourself, if in your quietness you are cursing yourself as to why did I get married to this person, okay, then that quietness will not help you, it will destroy you, okay? In that quietness, number one of the users has said everything is perfect. In your quietness, you're going to say, I accept the way it is in this moment, okay? Quietness means you will turn to inside world, you are shutting off yourself from the outside world. That is quietness. And when you go inside, your emotions are churning, there's a lot of turmoil going on inside, like a storm. Deep breathe, accept those emotions, accept the situation, accept your husband, accept your wife, accept your children the way they are. Just accept. Acceptance alone will solve 50% of your problem, okay? And the rest, you know what to do. Yes, Komal, you will be the more attachment is because of the emotions, right? So if you detach yourself from emotions, automatically you will detach from the situation, okay? So you got to understand that. Just ask yourself, what is happening in my body? Oh, stomach is churning, throat is choking, this is getting jaws are getting tight, my head is paining, or maybe there is allergy. Just see what is happening inside, that's all, right? That will help you. It is going to take practice, it is going to take time. Please give yourself that time, give yourself that practice, okay? Thank you so much. That's it for today. And should you guys have any topic regarding relationship, regarding some issues in life, then do write and connect, and I will get back to you with that topic tomorrow. I guess there are no more comments. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I'm very grateful to you for being here, because in this process you are helping me to live my mission of creating impact in lives of people. Very grateful to you. Thank you. And you guys take care. Okay, bye. I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow. I will fix up my computer so that we don't have this trouble tomorrow. Thank you and bye.